just for a few minutes on this evening, I want to talk about turning adversity into opportunity. Tell your neighbor, the preacher's going to preach about turning adversity into opportunity. Biologists recognize a principle at work among plants and animals. This natural wonder is called the adversity principle. As strange as it seems, habitual well-being is not advantageous to a species. Scientific evidence has proven that where there is no challenge, obstacle, hardship, struggle, growth and development is often limited. This would explain the astonishing results of a recent survey where 87% of people surveyed said a painful event in their life, such as a death, an illness, a breakup, a divorce, etc., caused them to find a more positive meaning in life. Ironically speaking, adversity can be therapeutic. Because what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. Adversity defined is a condition of suffering, a disastrous experience, bad fortune, or misfortune. No matter where you are or who you are in life, you have experienced some type of adversity. You've experienced some hard times, some hurting times, some horrific times. You've experienced some tough times, some turbulent times, some troublesome times. You've experienced some moments when you seemed as if, my brothers and sisters, you were being picked out to be picked on. As much as we dislike the fact that we have to experience adversity, what would we be if we didn't have to go through them? The problem with the 21st century church is that our adversity, my brothers and sisters, seemingly has caught many of us off guard. And my brothers and sisters, adversity itself, it's really not the adversity itself, but it is our perception of adversity. Might I suggest to you that if we look at them in a different light, we will be able to overcome them with strength and with power. It all really has to do with our attitude towards adversity and how we handle bad news. How do we handle it when we hear of a calamity, a sickness, a disastrous moment, low moments, depression, deaths, and pains when they come our way? I came to talk to somebody tonight who is experiencing some adversity in your life. The person who is here, but you left trouble back home. The person who is here, but you're dealing with the loss of a job, the loss of a loved one. The person who keeps trying, my brothers and sisters, but it seems that doors keep closing in your face. The person who is trying their best to live right, but you keep running into obstacles and finding it hard to fight through this mess of a life that you now have. From the outset of this sermon, might I suggest to you that you need to know that adversity you're experiencing can be an opportunity for God to grow you up. The writer of our book, of course, is James. He is the Lord's brother and also known as the bishop of the church. The record is that he did not believe in Jesus until the end of his earthly ministry, but he was converted after resurrection and received what is called a post-resurrection experience with the Lord, according to 1 Corinthians 15:7. He then experienced a Pentecost movement, my brothers and sisters, and according to the great Jewish historian Josephus, he became a great leader in the New Testament church. He writes to the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, those who had been driven away from their native land and were dispersed in the countries surrounding the Mediterranean. These are the Jewish believers known in the Greek as the diaspora, whom he writes to, and he uses very practical teaching to help them deal with their everyday adversity. James sees adversity as a way for God to make better disciples of his people. He sees it as a method of growing them up, so to speak. He uses the word temptation for trials or testing and relates them as problems that are sent from God. Now, it's one thing to have trouble from the devil, but what do you do when your problem came from God? It is here, my brothers and sisters, that we'll learn how to turn adversity into opportunity. And the first way we turn adversity into opportunity is to be happy in the face of adversity. Do I have any help in here? Tell your neighbor, be happy in the face of adversity. My brothers and sisters, the text says, brethren, my brethren, count it all joy. In other words, meet your adversity with joy. My brothers and sisters, this seems strange and in direct opposition to your adversity, especially when the trials of life came to make us bitter, cause us stress, cause us anxiety. I mean, why in the world should I be happy about something that came to make me sad? Why be kind about the junk that came to kill my joy? Why be happy about the problem that came to hinder my progress? And why smile about the dilemma that came to separate me from my destiny? But think about it, my brothers and sisters. It's the best solution because adversities are sure and they are diverse. The text says, count it all joy, when, not if.